The Friday Sports Riot on SportstownChicago.com.
This is the Friday Sports Riot. I'm Ryan Hoppy.
I'm Ryan Stuprich, as the Alan Parsons Project brings us in.
You actually know the name of it? I just know that it's the Bulls intro.
Well, it's by the Alan Parsons Project.
Look at you.
I don't
so
know the
smart.
name of it, but they've had it for like 30 years, this song.
This song pumps me up. Like when we went to the Bulls game last week, I literally got chills and I was on in the background.
Oh, I know. Yeah. That they also do a really good intro video, like into their
when it crushes through.
Yeah.
The best neighborhood on Madison Avenue just crushes through it. And you're like, yeah.
But then also before that, they have the like all the old highlights of like Bob Love and Norm Van Leer, and then they get into the Jordan.
Jerry Sloan, and they
Sloan, yeah.
Then they end with Michael Jordan hitting that buzzer beater over poor old Brian Russell. I wish we were alive for that. It must have been just awesome.
Well, we were alive for that.
I wasn't. I was literally watching Blue's Clues.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't watching it, but I was alive.
I don't say it was alive for it. We really, you know what I mean? Like, you can say we were alive for that, but we really weren't.
It's like saying that we heard Harry Carey broadcast.
I remember
I was like,
yeah.
I wasn't even 3 when he died, so, I mean.
I think I was probably 4 then. I mean, it's just, we missed out on a lot of sports. That's why I want Chicago sports to get happening. And from that, you want to call the show? It's not too hard. 630-403-5200. That's 630-403-5200. Check out hoppyradio.com. All right. As Ryan SuperRICH just had his previous show, the what's your previous show called?
Fantasy Fanatics with me and Andrew Freeman. We went over like a whole bunch of stuff, all fantasy baseball related. But we went through the top 10 prospects, and I thought now would be a good time to also go through the top 10 prospects. I can do this for our show, too, so in case people...
To teach me about the MLB.
Right. To teach you about the MLB, and also, in case you didn't hear it on Fantasy Fanatics, I can go through, top 10 here, and then 10 through 20, or 11 through 20.
Because I actually kind of want to learn about baseball. Because I feel like every year I'm really out of it. Because I know a lot about the Red Sox and I know a lot about the Yankees. I wonder
why ESPN.
It's not like they're on the 4-letter network.
5-hour baseball games on ESPN between the Red Sox and Yankees.
I know more about Derek Jeter and Dustin Pedroia and Robinson Cano when he was on the Yankees than I ever will. Enough. So, number 10 on the prospect list. Who should we watch out for?
Yeah, we'll go from 10. Well, should we go from 1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
No, 10 to 1. Keep the listeners intrigued.
All right. Number 10.
Yeah.
Jameson Taillon, right-handed pitcher from the Pittsburgh organization. He was a 2010 draft pick, first round, second pick.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. 3.73 ERA, not too good. 147.1 innings pitched, 143 Ks, which is very good, and that was in 26 games started. And the hitters he faced batted .249 against him, so they actually batted pretty well against him.
So how is he the number 10 prospect? Is this like a weak class? Explain to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, the number 1 prospect. I mean, all these guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, number 10, he's number 10 for a reason, I guess.
But, I mean, there's so many prospects out there. I just feel like there has to be someone better than this guy. If he's number 10 and he doesn't have a good ERA, a lot of people get hits against him. This must be a weak class, then, if there's nobody better than him.
Yeah. Well, this isn't really – I mean, all these guys are already in the majors.
Okay.
These are already in the minors, in the minors, but like it's not like a specific draft class. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah, he has a great fastball. Curve is good. He can throw up to 97 miles an hour, which is really impressive.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I could throw like 40 or something. I'm no good.
Number 9
Who is it?
Our favorite Javier Baez, the shortstop for the Cubs. Soon.
Can we look for anything? Could he possibly join the team this year? Do we have any positivity to look forward to?
He's currently with the Tennessee Smokies, which is AA.
Oh, geez, Smokies. Go on.
And they've always had good teams. But,
I wonder why. Go on.
But
yeah,
they'll be going. It's possible that by the end of the season he could be brought up. It's possible, but it's not. But I wouldn't can count on it.
I feel like the end of the season is waiting too long because the Cubs are going to be so bad. Their season will be over with by the second week of April.
Yeah.
You might as well bring him up by June. Give him some swagger and some confidence when he's hitting in the third biggest market at a place like Wrigley Field. Why wait?
The new front office isn't going to bring people up unless they're absolutely sure that they're ready. And then once they're up, they're trying to keep these people to stay up. They're not trying to pull a Brett Jackson or a Josh Vitters.
Oh, boy.
Those prospects that came up and failed miserably, and now
don't even bring up the name Brett Jackson.
Now
it just
are
makes me queasy.
MIA, missing in action.
When you bring up the name Brett Jackson, I just get immediately queasy, dizzy, angry, mad. So it's no good.
So anyway, Javier Baez, among other people like Jorge Soler and Chris Bryant. But Javier Baez is number 9 on this list. He was a first-round 9th pick in 2011.
Out of where?
He's from the
Dominican Republic.
That's where actually, maybe he's from Mexico. He's from a country south of here.
That whole region, they're born to play baseball, and damn, they are good at it.
Yeah.
That whole region.
That's true. 282 batting average, 111 RBIs. That's really impressive. 98 runs, and that 146 hits in 130 games in the minors, so that's very good. Has really good power, especially for a shortstop. Great instincts, good hands. So that's Javier Baez. And
how great would that be if he
you
comes in?
might see him on the Cubs.
Dude, when I hear 111 RBIs, I think of guys like Miguel Cabrera. Like, what if
he's a shortstop.
And he
which is even more impressive.
Dominates the NL.
Because he's going to bat first or second, and if he has 111 RBIs, he could even bat third.
Gets on base every time. Oh, man. And then when you have, like, the 8th hitter up, then they get on base. He comes in, hits the game-winning home run. Man, I'm getting chills for no reason. For no reason at all.
Number 8, Carlos Correa, shortstop again. He's from Houston. He was the first pick in the 2000s.
Houston, that's no good.
Well, they have a good farm system. They just have horrible majors right now. He is the first pick in the first round of the 2012 draft. So
yeah,
This was the number 1 guy in 2012. 320 batting average, 86 RBI, 73 runs in 117 games. Great glove, good power.
I feel like we need more players with great gloves. It's all about offense now, but it's not very often that you have a player that's great on offense and that's great on defense. So hopefully this guy can come in and tear up the majors.
And he's had 450 at-bats, which is very good for a shortstop in the minor leagues. In only 117 games, he had 450 at-bats.
If you've had that many at-bats, it's time for you to come up, man. Yeah. What are you waiting for?
And here's the guy that is... he might be mine and Andrew Freeman's favorite.
Oh, geez. Go on.
Number 7, Archie Bradley, right-handed pitcher from Arizona.
Archie Bunker?
Archie Bradley. Bradley.
Come on, that was funny.
But he pitches from the bunker. First round.
Hey.
That actually didn't make much sense now that I thought about it. First round, 7th pick.
Yeah.
But listen to these numbers.
Oh, geez. Go on.
1.84 ERA.
No. Come on.
152 innings pitched.
Wow.
Well, that doesn't. But 162 Ks, which is really good. In 26 games started, and the batters that he faces bat 215 against him. Only 215. So that's
this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right, Hawk. That's right.
We will be right back, and we are going to do a quick update to the latest in sports. Then we're going to break down the rest of the players on this list. Because me, Ryan Hoppy, I want to learn about baseball. So I'm actually into it this year. I'm just going to watch the MLB Network, not the 4-letter network. But on that note,
I like MLB Network.
I think we all do. It actually teaches you something. Yeah. All right. We will be right back on the
Friday Sports Riot
on SportsTownChicago.com.
The Friday Sports Riot on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hey, Ryan, did you hear about that party on 5th Avenue? Me neither. Because we didn't get the invite.
Nope.
Never in a million years, Jesus. We would get the invite. Why would they invite us? We're no fun.
Yeah.
This is the Friday Sports Riot. I'm Ryan Hoppy.
Ryan Stuprich here.
Call the show 630-403-5200. It's 630-403-5200. And if you are listening from the Eddie Volkman segment, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes.
And this is the Friday Sports Riot. And we're not like your ordinary sports talk show. We like to have fun. We like to mix it up. And that is why we had Eddie V of the Eddie and Jovo show on Sportstown Chicago. Great segment. And he said he'll want to come back on again. So now we have two legends that want to come on, Mike North and Eddie Njobo. So
Yeah, when you get guys like that, it's a pretty big deal.
yes, and to go back to what we were doing before we took the break, we were at number 7 or 8 on the top prospects to look out for in the MLB.
We were at number 7, and that was one of my favorites, Archie Bradley, who had some great numbers. The batters only batted .215 against him.
Really?
In the minor leagues, which is really good. And big strikeout pitcher, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, ground ball pitcher. When you have the combination of ground balls and big Ks, you're going to be in good shape.
You're done.
Number 6, Xander Bogaerts. If that sounds familiar, that's because he played 18 MLB games last year for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
In those games, in the majors, he batted only .250 with low production, but that's okay. He was signed in 2009. He batted .297 in the minors, 67 RBIs in 116 games, so that was pretty good.
And what team is this for again?
He's in the Red Sox farm system, but he played 18 games for the Red Sox last year.
So he comes up and he wins a ring. What a experience!
Well,
for
I
a
don't
young
think
man.
I don't know if he got a ring.
That's unfortunate.
I'm not, because he wasn't there in the postseason. He wasn't.
Good
there.
point. And do you see this guy coming into the league and just tearing it apart, or is he be like another one of those prospects where he's good, but he's not like MLB greatness?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, his numbers in the minors tell me he's going to be a good major league player, batting .297 with 67 RBIs and 72 runs. But he's a shortstop, so he's probably going to be batting either high in the lineup or 8th or 9th. So it's pretty hard to say.
If you hit him in the 8th or 9th spot, that's where he might be most deadly, because that's when you have people on bases, and you need that big hit to get that score. And in comes, what's his name again?
Xander.
In comes Xander, hits the grand slam, and it's quite a time.
I'm not sure if he's a big power hitter, but he could be. I'll have to study up on that.
And number 5.
Number 5, another shortstop. So in total there are 4 shortstops on this list. So, yeah. Francisco Lindor, shortstop for the Cleveland Indians farm system.
Poor guy. I said it.
He was drafted in 2011, first round, 8th pick, 303 batting average, 34 RBIs, 65 runs. The 65 runs is good. 122 hits in 104 games. He's a great hitter, scores runs, walks a lot. Those are the notes I had on him. He seems like he's good too. The Indians eventually could really use a good shortstop too, because I mean, they've been like having these old veterans out there like Mike Aviles and other people. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, they need to make their team young, because I mean they made the one-game playoffs, but really,
nobody thought they were
really the
win.
Playoffs.
I don't think anyone thought they were going to win that playoff game against. Who was that against? I was rooting for them too, but who was that against?
Red Sox?
No, the Red Sox won the division. Who? Right?
I can't remember.
They? I don't even know.
I remember.
I
was just
Tampa
wanting
Bay?
them. No, it wasn't Tampa. Tampa didn't make the playoffs. Whatever. Moving on. All I'm saying is I wanted them to make the playoffs and have that run. I feel like they need young hybrid players.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it was the Texas Rangers, I think.
That's what it was.
Yes. So that was that. Number 4, Taijuan Walker, if that sounds familiar. Maybe it is. He had 3 major league starts last year with the Mariners. In those 3 major league starts, he had a 3.60 ERA, got a win. Whoop-de-doo. And so, a 3.60 ERA. But his numbers in the minors are good. 2.93 ERA, that's good. 141 innings pitched, and 160 Ks.
This is how dumb we are. It was the Rays, and I guess the Rays then lost in the first round.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Just going back real quick.
The Rays and Indians played the 1-game playoff.
Yeah,
and then they went on to play Boston.
Because I remember that. I like both teams. I love the Rays. They're like my favorite AL team, and I like the Indians because of my mom. She's from Cleveland. So I just like Cleveland overall. I root for the city. I feel bad for it. So it was like one of those games where it's like, ugh, I could go either way. But then when Nick Swisher goes like 0 for 42, it's hard to feel bad for the Indians when you can't even get a hit and you choke when you're a big free agent.
Yeah, and Oh, I think Tampa Bay had a walk-off home run that Jose Lobaton hit a walk-off home run.
That was amazing.
Like
against
game 4.
Against the Red Sox.
Yeah,
That's
against
what it
the
was.
Red Sox. It was at home. He hit it right into the fish tank in center field.
I was at the local library watching on my laptop. I swear to God, I was like, yeah! And all these homeless guys were looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, see,
like, what's wrong with me?
See, now me personally,
Yeah.
I am somewhat a Red Sox fan. I mean, I sort of haven't been paying attention to them a whole lot. But in 2004, when they won the World Series, I was like a big Red Sox fan.
I was
then.
busy watching Power Rangers, I believe.
I was a big Red Sox fan then.
Yeah.
I had my Red Sox hat that I wore around after they won the World Series and everything. And in 2005, I went to a White Sox-Red Sox game and wore all my Red Sox gear. And
I'm confused. I feel like you like every team. You like Wisconsin. You like Illinois.
I know there's a lot of teams I hate. Any team from L.A. or New York.
Boo,
Don't
go
even
Lakers.
talk to me about them because I hate those teams. And I hate every team from Texas pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Mavericks when they beat the Heat, but
I actually kind of like the Houston Rockets now they have James Harden. Because I like
enough
James
of
Harden.
Dwight Howard.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Enough of him.
I'm not about Dwight Howard, but I like James Harden a lot. Chandler Parsons is my guy. I love Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, he's bringing back white boy basketball.
That's why I like him.
All right, who's number 4 on the list?
Number 4 was that Tawan Walker, as we said, but he had 25 games started and stuff. But, yeah, he pitched in the majors a little bit. Number 3, Miguel Sano.
Okay.
Not Cano, Sano.
Don't you know?
Sano, don't you know? Third baseman for the Twins minor league system. Signed in October 2009 when I was a sophomore in high school.
Wow, they've been waiting on him for a while.
Yeah.
Wasn't like 2010 the last time they made a playoff, so like you might
just
need
because
him.
they were signed doesn't mean they played. Like he was signed and then probably had to do other stuff and then finally
I'm just saying that they could have used him when Joe Mauer, once they left the Target Center, they've been no good.
And let's see, 280 batting average.
Yeah.
103 RBIs, 86 runs. So those are very good numbers.
103 RBIs is great.
Yeah, and that was in 123 games. So if you average, I mean, he had multiple RBIs almost every game.
What a baller!
Has lots of power, and that's good for a third baseman at the hot corner, as they call it. Draws walks. I guess he strikes out a lot, so maybe keep those Ks down. You'd be up sooner.
Yeah,
I would assume. Number 2, Oscar Taveras, outfielder for the Cardinals organization. Oh,
enough of the Cardinals. They get all these great players that we've never heard of.
They have the number 2.
So good at scouting. It's insane.
Oh, I know.
It's unfair.
Well, and it's just like everyone who goes to the Cardinals is good. It's just, it really makes me
Watch
mad.
David Freese be awful now. What team did he sign with again? I forgot.
He's going to be the new third baseman for the Angels.
Watch him be awful on the Angels. I just root against the Angels. Buying your team.
I usually do too.
Everybody.
I mean, I like him more
Trout.
than the Dodgers, but that's just me.
But then once Albert Pujols left the Cardinals, it made me hate them even more. Because at least when they won those 2 World Series and made it to the World Series a bunch of those times, you're like, okay, I can at least root for Pujols. Hopefully he's not on roids. But once he left and then they made it to the World Series again without him, you're like, enough already. Go away, please. Yeah. For us Cub fans' sake.
I would like nothing more than the Cardinals to just go away. But it'll never happen because they're America's baseball team besides
they are
Yankees,
Joe Buck's baseball team.
Joe, yeah. Yeah, he really is biased against them.
And the Packers. It's Packers and Cardinals.
Yeah. I don't understand what the Packers and Cardinals thing is because there's a lot of Packers and Cardinals fans. Like, I swear, anytime I meet either a Packers fan or a Cardinals fan, they also like the Packers.
They are
or
Packers, Cardinals.
I don't know what it is about
and
Packers and
Blackhawks.
Cardinals.
It's always Cardinals, Packers, and then Blackhawks. And
I know,
they
but
like the Bulls.
It's a weird combination because if you like the Cardinals, you probably would like other St. Louis teams, but no, you like the Packers. And if you like the Packers, you're not a Brewers fan or a Bucks fan. But you like the Cardinals. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, it's weird. A lot of
it's
Packer
like
fans.
because everyone hates Chicago sports, so they're like going north and south of it.
Why don't you root for Detroit then? Give them some love.
I know. To root for Detroit,
Indianapolis,
for
please.
the Indianapolis Pacers, maybe.
Omaha.
Or the Colts or something, or the your local minor league team in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know.
Dude, I just love how every Cardinal fan or every Packer fan loves the Blackhawks, especially Packer fans. They try to adopt the Blackhawks. Like, sorry, you don't have a professional NHL team. You have whatever the Milwaukee team's called, Thrashers or whatever.
Milwaukee Admirals.
That's what it is.
In the AHL. Yeah, I don't even
Milwaukee's
know.
a
I don't
weird
even
town,
know
man.
anything about.
Milwaukee's a weird town because they don't adopt their team unless the Brewers make the playoffs or the Bucks have a playoff run with the Bucks. They don't care about the teams.
Nobody cares about the Bucks, but the Brewers actually draw pretty well because it's a nice park. That's part
And
of the reason
because
why
a
people
lot
go.
of Cub fans want to see baseball for cheap.
I go every year to Miller
too.
Park to see the Cubs.
And what is number one on that list?
Number 1,
Yeah.
Byron Buxton, outfielder prospect for the Twins organization.
Once again, the Twins could explode this year if both these guys come up.
If both these guys come up, it'll be interesting. They probably won't come up this year, but in the next few years, they will come up because they definitely need a solid outfielder and solid third baseman. So this is good for them, and I like the Twins, so I'm happy about that. First round,
I like when they beat the White Sox. It's funny.
yeah, it actually is really funny. First round, second pick, 334 batting average, 77 RBIs, 109 runs. Jeez, 163 hits in 125 games. Low power, fast, 55 stolen bases. 55 stolen bases.
It's not even fair.
And I guess he strikes out sometimes because I wrote keep K's
Everybody
down.
does.
So, yeah.
You know, it's just a part of life,
Yeah,
striking out.
Swing and a
I
miss.
would know about that, striking out.
So those are the
Yeah.
MLB top prospects. Yeah, and then, of course, next week on Fantasy Fanatics, I'm doing 11 through 20 on that. So have to study up on those.
Holy cow!
There you go.
If you want to call the show, it's not too hard. 630-403-5200. That is
630-403-5200. After the break, we're going to talk about more stuff.
Yeah, some shenanigans and things like that. All right.
Basketball, probably.
Yeah, we're going to break down
I'm
the
assuming.
NBA, last night's games.
Let's do it.
SuperRICH is going to do it for us. We will be right back on the Friday Sports Riot. Do not touch that computer mouse and change the channel.
The Friday Sports Riot on SportsTownChicago.com.